Hey guys, welcome back to Chariot Palmistry. My name is Sulab Jain, and in this video I would like to give you guys my predictions on what I think is going to be happening with the markets over the month of August. But before we do that, let's talk about the month of July, because there's been a really big energetic shift taking place here. For most of this year, people have been optimistic and buoyant as far as the markets go. But this month we're just starting to see some dark clouds on the horizons. I think those dark clouds could be turning into storm clouds really soon. But I'll talk about that when we give you our August and September predictions in just a minute. First, let's go back and have a review of what happened for the month of July. So this is a screenshot of my predictions for last month. My first prediction that it'd be a good month for stocks, that actually came out right. There was a little bit of a wobble, but the stock market more or less is at all-time highs right now. My second prediction on a gold-silver price rise from mid-July to the end of August, it's too early to call that one, although for about the last 2 weeks, gold and silver have been pretty much sideways. So we'll put a question mark on that one, come back to that at maybe the end of next month, the end of August actually. My third prediction on a commodities price rise has taken place. A lot of the foods are going through the roof, a lot of the metals, other than gold and silver, are going up too. My fourth prediction on an oil price rise did not come out. My logic for that was that because the commodities would go up, that oil would go up too. And also my fifth prediction on warmongering would scare the markets, and that would push up the price of oil too. That didn't happen, so I'll give myself a cross on that one. My fifth prediction that there would be warmongering in the middle of July to the end of August has pretty much already taken place. Just over July alone, the Taliban have taken over Afghanistan, China has threatened a nuclear attack on Japan, the Americans are threatening war with Russia, I think Armenia got into a tiff with someone, Israel bombed Lebanon, there's a Chinese spy ship off the coast of Australia, there's a whole bunch of saber rattling going on. So that happened, but it didn't push the price of oil up. So we'll put a tick on the warmongering prediction. My sixth prediction that there'd be more stimulus coming around. The Americans are set to deliver their stimulus, the Australians have already delivered theirs, and the Germans, I think, are in the process of delivering more stimulus after these terrible floods that happened there. I also predict that Bitcoin price would start to jump after the middle of July. And thank God that's finally happened. I think we're up about 25% since the middle of July. So that came out. My eighth prediction that the Ripple price rise would happen from the end of July to the end of August. And that looks like it's already taking place. I think we're up about 23% just in the last 2 or 3 days alone on Ripple. So for those of you who are keeping score, that puts me at about 27 predictions right out of 34 so far this year. So those are my predictions for July. Let's talk about August and what's going to be happening. So as I alluded to earlier, there's going to be a big energetic shift taking place here pretty soon. And that shift could turn into outright chaos if it's not managed well. So let's talk about that. My first prediction for the month of August is that there will be a stock market correction taking place from the middle of August to the end of September. Now, when I say correction, we should be bracing ourselves for something that could be like a 5% fall, could be 10%, could even be 20%. So I don't want to put a number on it just yet, but I do think the markets are going to roll over. And on that note, I do want to mention that in our members group, I've been warning them of a potential Black Swan event that could be coming up in the next couple of months. Now, I'm timing it from the end of August to about the end of March, I think it was. Now, a black swan by definition is something you can't predict. So I don't actually know what's going to happen, but something will happen that'll rattle the world and the markets during those 6 months. It could be a war, it could be just political shenanigans taking place, could be like a new variation of COVID. Can't put a name on it just yet. But we should all be getting ready to switch from the optimism that's been in place for most of this year to a sense of pessimism that could carry on into next year too. I'll make more videos about that just as we go ahead. But if you guys do want to support our channel and become members, click on this link over here. Now, back to the August predictions. My second prediction is that Bitcoin will have a correction or go sideways until about the middle of August. That's basically where it goes up, it falls down, then it goes up again. If you zoom out and look at it over a 2-week period, it'll look like it's going sideways with a big correction in the middle of it. That's the sort of geometry we're talking about. Having said that, my third prediction is that the Bitcoin price will go through a huge boom into about the end of August. So let's say middle to end of August over those 2 weeks. And actually on that note, we should also carry over our predictions from last month, expecting the Ripple price rise from the end of July into the end of August. And I'll also carry on my other prediction on the gold silver price rise from mid-July to end of August. So those are July predictions, but they haven't sort of had their time yet. So we'll put them in the August video. My sixth prediction is that there's going to be an armed conflict taking place from this August into September. When I predicted this earlier in the year, I think back then it was Israel and Palestine that got into a shooting match with each other. I'm not sure where this one's going to be at, but we should keep our filters up for this. All the saber rattling last month is going to turn into an actual conflict this month. And you're going to notice there'll be a lot of people walking around very edgy and very angry and aggravated. That will be a personal reflection or like an individual level reflection of what's happening at a larger scale. That, guys, is where I want to end this video, just on that little bit of a dark note. We're going to be coming into some difficult months, and I just wanted to get you guys prepared for it. So if you have any questions, guys, as always, put them in the comment section below. Otherwise, hit like and subscribe. Thanks a lot.